You know, I don't even know yet. You know, I'm kind of numb to it. I mean, there were so many big plays, some by us, many by them. There were so many incredible shots. I said those two at the end of the shot clock, banking them in. And, I mean, that's 6 points, you know. There were so many poor turnovers that led to 16 points. Got to blame us for that. Give them some credit, but some more us. And then maybe the killer was at the end, you know, if a couple guys miss free throws. Joey's kid has been unbelievable. He shoots 91%, misses the front end. And then that tip ball, you know, if we get the ball, we could have had it. I don't blame Malik. I think he said, why take a chance? But we come down and we're going to win that damn game. But Noel was unbelievable. We tried different ways to cover him. And so our players did a better job on that than I did. It wasn't their fault. We tried to trap them a little bit. We tried to step out, and they started slipping us. Some other guys made some shots. I think the big difference was Saad. He made some shots, and not one of them was, or I think one of them was inside the last one, but the other ones were 3-point plus range. So must have been a hell of a game for TV. And I appreciate all of our fans and media that came, a lot of former players. You know, I really believed we were going to win the game. I don't know why. I just thought destiny was on our side, but give them credit. They made a couple plays at the end of the game.
What were you guys looking for specifically on that?
Oh, we had it. We had what we were looking for. You know, we were looking for Tyson, but then we were going to pop Joey and Malik, and they both had shots, and just, you know, I don't know. Thought the other guy would have a better shot, you know, and but we played them guys so many minutes. You know, Malik the second half was the most length of time he played because we were struggling a bit with our centers, so we just went smaller. And I think both of them were wore down a little bit. And, but we were looking for a double screen, bring Tyson off, and then we're screening. The play worked. We had the shots, we just didn't take them.
Tyson was pretty hard on himself in there. He said he should have scored more, took more chances to score, should have played better defense. How do you just best describe his performance tonight and help him through that?
You know what? Tyson Walker has been everything and more that I could expect out of a kid. Coming home, I thought he was a little nervous. And I talked to him at the shoot-around. I talked to him before the game. I felt like he had the weight of the world on his shoulders. You know, as excited as he was, then the reality is I'm home playing in front of my boys, my parents, my family, you know. And I didn't think early he was as sharp or was as aggressive. And then the second half, he did a better job. I mean, he plays average and has 18 points, you know. I mean, no, I love Tyson, and we wore him down with that guarding Noel, and then we asked a lot of Tyson and AJ, you know. I mean, what he did tonight, you know, he just kind of ran my team, you know. He did what he's supposed to do, and really, really happy for him. Jaden made some strides, you know. We got beat on back doors and things that I think we got mesmerized with Noel and our other guys, and you know, maybe that's some of the coaching fault, you know, so we'll take a look at that. But guy had a career night with assists. Didn't have a career night shooting the ball. We did a pretty good job on him there. But Mossad really hurt us.
How do you best defend against a guy like Noel who can just pass it like that?
You know, I mean, looking at games, I mean, I didn't expect that. You know, I thought we struggled with our centers getting up, and that was one of the problems we had tonight. And so, you know, Marty's been unbelievable on ball screen defense, and we just struggled a little bit tonight. And but part of the struggles was he's good enough. Part of the struggles is they hit some shots that I don't think they normally hit. I mean, if I had to say, we did a good enough job on everybody except Noel, and of course, some smart uncle would say, well, yeah, he's their best player, you didn't cover him. And I don't blame him for saying that, because I kind of felt the same way, but somebody else had to make shots. The problem, they weren't making threes as much as they were making those back cuts. And those were layups, and those are his assists. And so, you know, we didn't cover him well. We made some, I think, mental mistakes on that, but they're good too. Don't forget, that's a good basketball team, and they deserve to win.
Tom, with all this team has been through, how proud are you of what they.
I'm proud as hell of my team. I really am, and I don't throw flowers out. I'm not very good at that, and I don't. I'm the glass quarter full. We all know that, but I mean, to keep coming back down, they hit a 3. Then, I mean, we were down 2 and had the free throw, I think, to tie, and then we don't, and then they go down and he hits that 3 from way out. Shad did. And, you could have quit, at 70, 75, I think it was. And we bounced back. And, we did make a great play. He made it, but I think it was a good call, too. We were going to have AJ take it, but I felt like Tyson might be able to get a 3 or 2, and he made that great left-hand drive. So we did some really good things, too, including, I think, that last shot would have been just didn't pull the trigger.
What did you tell Tyson when you were talking to him over there? You had a moment with him?
Yeah, I said to him, I'm a great body language reader, and I was a little concerned in the shoot around and the thing. I said, that's why, players got to get to know a coach, and coach got to get to know a player. And when I tell you that, you got to trust what I'm saying, and when you tell me you're okay, I got to trust what you're saying. But I think he wished he was a little more aggressive in that. And God dang it, I love the way he competed and he bounced back. And I'll tell you what, guys, that was a hell of a basketball game. I don't know what you thought of it, but to score that many points, 2 teams that are pretty good defensively, and to have that many comebacks, it was like big punch, knock down, get up. We threw a punch, knocked them down, they got up. It just went back and forth like that. And so I told our guys we were Spartan strong. They represented the shirts. They just made a shot or 2 more.
Thomas, what's hard about it is that you guys actually did develop and rise to the level of a team that was capable of getting to a Final Four. And then
Bernie.
Yeah, pulled out from under you. I agree, but I got to give them credit. I mean, they made the shots, Now, I'm not going to give them credit on the 2 banked in at the end of the shot clock, Sorry, somebody mad at me. I'm not giving them credit for that. That's when you start saying, is it your night? And then it's their night. And so that part was tough, but the turnovers for touchdowns, that was a shame because we haven't been doing that lately. Even when we turn it over, they haven't been for touchdowns. I mean, 16-2 on points off turnovers, and a lot of them layups. I mean, you're thinking they shot 50-some%, but how much do they shoot in a half court? They hit some threes, they had 2 banked in, and they get a layup at the end, but they got at least 6 layups on our turnovers, and that's hard to defend, as we say, as a pick 6 in football is hard to defend.
Every team is different, but are there lessons in that? Does this leave something in the stomachs of guys who are back? Or
I think it leaves a lot in the stomachs of guys, and we'll be talking about it. It leaves some in mine, What did we not do as good a job of? The ball screen coverage, you get a lot of things that you second guess and you go through your mind, and yet I say all that and make a free throw or 2, they don't make a banked in, we win by 4, and we're sitting here talking about them, rising and living another day. And I feel comfortable with that. Basketball's a game of runs. It's a game of mistakes. I mean, there's going to be mistakes. There's so many possessions, unlike other sports. And we did a hell of a job. They just did a hell of a job, a little more than we did a hell of a job.
Tom, you talked about the book that you're going to write one day. What would the chapter of this team's book talk
I ain't writing a book till after I'm dead, and then I really don't give a damn what the chapter's called. But this would be one in perseverance and one in getting up off the ground and one to watch people grow. Now watch people grow. Watch AJ grow. Watch Tyson grow from when he got here. Watch Joey grow from the tough times he went through, And we got to get some more growth, We get some more growth. Jay Nakin's making some growth. We got to get some growth out of, Marty and some of those young guys. Malik Hall. The poor kid's been through hell with his injury all year. Never been right. And he did some really good things tonight, and then he misses a free throw and feels like he lost the game, No, he didn't lose the game. He made some great plays early when we couldn't score. He made some big time plays.
Can you talk about, just for a moment, a game like this and the emotional finality of this? That's it.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
That's what sucks about sports, it goes, and then it's over. But that is what I talked to him about at our pregame meal. I talked to him about Gene Katie calling the other day, and I think one of the greatest coaches ever to coach, never got to a Final Four, you know. I talked about Judd and when we got beat by Kansas in Skiles' year, and Judd was in the locker room, he was so mad, and I'm thinking, what's wrong with this guy? You know, we just played one of the best teams in the country. We weren't that good, and we had them beat. You know, up 2 with 9 seconds left and the ball, and we lose. And I asked him a couple weeks later, I didn't ask him that night, but you know, why? Because you never know if you're going to get back. You know, there's that part of it. You never know if you're going to get another opportunity. So we're in a Sweet 16. I said that, you know, right now we're getting a chance to, that we don't need any more opportunities. We need to play. The game's on right now. And, you know, we didn't quite make it. So I've been through it before. I've been there before. And not many teams have I been prouder in, and I don't say that and make them feel good. But we made some mistakes that cost us too, and so we have to learn from it, get better as coaches, as players, and see what we can do.
Hey guys, we need to clear the hallway.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.